El-Rufai's son has actually said what the northern leaders or what the northern Muslim leaders don't want to hear. You know, when you tell the tale of a dog, you know what the reaction is. That was the reactions of the northern leaders yesterday after the town hall meeting with the northern youth where El-Rufai's son was invited to speak. He actually spoke extensively, knowing fully well that the northern part of Nigeria is boiling right now. The activities of the bad element, the Boko Haram, the terrorists, is going rampant, and they have gone rampage for about a week now. Kidnapping is on the high rise. The level of atrocity, the level of destruction in the northern part of the country is very high, and people have started to suspect even their code neighbor in the northern part of the country, which led to this very meeting that was held yesterday so as to sensitize and sanitize the northern environmental space. But it took a new turn when Governor El-Rufai's son stood up and spoke to the eyes of the northern leaders, telling them what they need to hear but don't want to hear. I will leave you with this video, and I will come back to explain to you more what actually transpired at the end of the meeting, after the meeting, how he left that place, how he was escorted out of the environment so as not to because when violence was about to erupt the place, I don't know, maybe due to what he said or due to the other people's view about what he said. But first of all, let me leave you with this video, and I will come back to analyze what happened thereafter.
El-Rufai. I represent the excellent people of Kaduna North. I'm from Kaduna State. Mr. Speaker, I'll try and be as quick as possible. It was a long day and I came late because I was unwell. Let's do this quickly. Short term, the President has rolled out a clear plan that we commend. A lot of my colleagues have rightly spoken about this, and I agree. But our problem is not announcing plans. It's executing them with clear timelines. This Parliament must insist upon those timelines based on the President's recommendations. One thing I would like to add, Mr. Speaker, in addition to the recruitment, is the need for us to increase immediately.
And I just they do meeting, they do committee meeting, then carry us to Bumi side, and we do meeting, the same we meet Ahmed, I forgot the name. They invite one thing that they come, and we gather money, almost 800,000. We give her, he said that one is a transport motor. And I started crying. He said, me, and the wisdom. I don't have husband. I just train this boy to help me to know. Please, he said that one, no consignment. Who will be the person? The person is a Fulani. They invite him to come for one office for Kaduna Jail. We just try to beg her. He said no. He said until you pay so amount. He said we don't have much. He said almost 500 million.
Initially, they asked, they were after the government paying that money, 500 million. So after, anytime they call, like me in particular, they kept calling me, Madam, Kijeki Magana, the government, that I should go and talk to the government so that they will go and pay that money. So all I kept telling them was, I am a widow. I cannot have access to the government. Maybe if my husband were to be alive, maybe you know somebody who will help him to talk to the government, but I am a widow. I cannot have access to the government. So when they kept calling me for almost 2 weeks, I kept telling them the same thing. So at the end, they started calling that, okay, how much have you people gathered? I said, how much? Who are the people you are talking about? They said, the parents. I said, no.
if it
we
just comes to
are
a
we are
community,
poor
everybody
people. Most of
knows
us
it.
are widows, and
We have to
even
get the
the
traditional
those
leaders
that have their
involved and
husbands
go back
and
to
those that
state
even have
police
their
in this
wives,
parliament
they
under your
cannot. They are
leadership.
petty. They
And I
are
know the excellent work
peasant.
you're
They are
doing in the
peasants.
Constitutional
So they
Review
don't have any
Committee
money
is
to
looking at that.
contribute.
Sir,
So he said,
no
"Oh,
time for
people,
election
if
talk
government
now.
does not pay," I said, "We
We
all
have
we are
to
trying
tell
to
the
do is
public a
to
timeline
see if
to
the
roll
government
this
can
out. The
assist
fear
us."
that
Okay,
governors
are
will
you saying that
abuse
if
it
the government
always
does not
shocks me
pay,
because they already
you
have
people
all
will
that
allow you
power.
leave your
I'll finally end by putting myself in trouble as usual. The North has an issue. My honorable sister mentioned why we've become a breeding ground for such things. This is why. We are not sending our children to school. Of late, you have bandits on TikTok holding monies. The younger people, younger than myself, that have no employment and no skill because we've neglected them. It's a failure on all our parts over the years. Mr. Speaker, these young people go on TikTok and see a criminal holding minted cash. He's suddenly exciting. You want to emulate him. Mr. Speaker, we can do whatever we want to do in terms of FDI, IGR, investments, but we are failing in our primary duty, which is to protect the people we serve. We must increase the welfare of police officers. Recruitment should not be by allocation, sir. Each state should provide the exact amount of numbers. It should be digitized. We should look for young Nigerians that want to join the army to serve, not because it's a job that's seen as something else. I'm sorry if I spoke too friendly, Mr. Speaker. We are relying on you and the members of the Constitutional Review Committee to not only follow up with the President's excellent announcement, but to finally roll out state police in this country. I hope I made my point, and I really appreciate the session today. And once again, sorry I came late. Thank you so much.
30 seconds more. You still have another 30 seconds.
Oh, I thought I didn't have time, Mr. Speaker. Fine, with the 30 seconds, let me... Sir? What? No, sir. I think the reason why I spoke like that, Mr. Speaker, is the passion is enough. You said something that I appreciated, and Honorable Benson said something earlier, and I was at fault. Shagai and I were joking about something, and then you said this is not a funny matter. It's not. I also would like to implore all of us here. This is not a time for weddings, for events, as you rightly said, for dinners or public. You know, we should show that.
Time up, Honorable Rufai. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. It's a pleasure.
Terrorists. They're not bandits. These are forest rangers. They are held with much value because of the in-depth knowledge they have gained across the years as a result of their moving from one place to another as nomads. Let me tell you one thing, no matter how educated you are in the textbook, and you have never left that city of yours or left your country or moved from one place to another, you are more like an illiterate. You are not educated until you move around. These nomads are assets to this country, and we do not know, but the international community and the government knows how important they are. There are some minerals in this country that the locations are not known by any except these people. They are the only ones that can locate the terrain or the shortcuts to where you can get these minerals. So they are very, very valuable to miners. So these forest rangers are actually like security to miners. Why is their problem spilling to us in the city? And why is their problem spilling to us in churches and mosques? The reason is because they are not treated fairly. And in other cases, they become greedy because of the knowledge that they have. They will be like, okay, you're paying me this small amount while you are earning this type of amount, so they become greedy. These miners, because of saving cost, they go for younger forest rangers. That's why you see some 14-year-old, 15-year-old, 20-year-olds doing all these things. These boys are kept in horrible conditions. They supply their food in helicopters and all that, but they are not in good conditions. In most parts of the world, when mining takes place, there are porter cabins that are established, like mini homesteads that are established so people can live inside while the mining takes place. But no, you set up tents for these boys. There is no good drinking water. Remember a video where some of them were coming out and saying, we need good drinking water. You need good drinking water. You remember? There were videos like that. We need to also go to school. You give these boys 2-3-year contracts, mining contracts. They don't go to school. They don't get to have friends. They don't have normal childhoods. And what is the reciprocation of it? When they see people coming from the city who are normal, they call them Aiku Enga Uni, and they start to attack. Mining is not a bad thing. It brings out the resources of the earth. Today, we will not have some of the clothes we wear, the jewelries we have, the phones we use, the furnitures we have. A lot of things come from mining. We won't have all of that if mining doesn't take place. We want to call on the federal government to look into this matter and improve the mining system. Whosoever, whichever international body that is coming to mine, let them do the right thing. These people are also victims too. But I know it will be very, very difficult for people to understand, because they have been defamed and stereotyped so badly that it is very difficult for this message to sink in to the heads of some people. But I tell you, there are some that are really educated and they will understand. It is not terrorism. It is not banditry. It is just an employee that is unhappy with his employers. And sometimes it's just some greedy ones who decide to go and keep causing chaos. This same thing happened to Osama bin Laden when the American government used him to fight against Russia. They had to do away with him, and that is where the label terrorism started. They used him, they dumped him, and they created a narrative about him just to get rid of him because he knew too much. He knew too much. Stop using our people if you know you're not going to treat them well.
This morning, I want to laugh at Nigerians. Since when they said the insecurity in Nigeria started, the pastor is there flipping pages of Bible, looking for what to use to deal with the Muslims. And the Muslims are there flipping up Quran and pages on how to argue. While your forest is being divided, your forest is being sold. Nigerians are so myopic. We believe in everything we see in the media. You see books are one of the most fictitious things ever. Nigeria's insecurity in the north has nothing to do with that Bible or that Quran you are trying to open. Nigeria's insecurity in northern part of Nigeria is as a result of illegal mining of valuables that are even more valuable than what